These days, anyone and everyone seems to be selling some kind of hardwood flooring. We find that it can be very frustrating to get any real information as to the pros and cons, since everyone seems to be saying something different. This is the first of a series of videos that we will be doing about hardwood flooring. The goal of this video, Hardwood 101, is to address the difference between hardness and durability. This is the area where there seems to be the most amount of confusion, typically perpetuated by salespeople. This chart that we're showing here contains some of the more popular species of wood, showing the respective hardnesses listed from hardest to softest. You will notice that out of the species shown, Brazilian cherry is the hardest, and American cherry is the softest. So if you were to use hardness as your only guide to durability, you would come to the logical conclusion that since Brazilian cherry is harder, it's more durable than American cherry. Unfortunately, not correct. The hardness of wood only has to do with how easily or how deep denting will occur, not durability. The reason for this is all hardwood flooring has a kind of finish on the surface, usually a type of polyurethane, basically a plastic. So we're actually never walking on the surface of the wood, we're walking on the finish that's on top of the wood. And while Brazilian cherry is harder than American cherry, it depends on the quality of finish that is used on the wood. And that will determine on how long the floor lasts before it needs to be refinished. Basically the definition of durability, the ability to resist wear. In terms of hardness, the real question one should ask is how much the floor will dent, not if the floor will dent. One of the problems that we have is that quite a few people believe that because of all the new finishes and technology and all this talk about hardwood, the assumption is that the floor is indestructible. Unfortunately, these misconceptions are being encouraged by some companies. But in the end, the flooring that we're using is wood, and wood dents. Therefore, no matter whether it's Brazilian or American cherry, they will all dent and they will all scratch. Drop a pan or even a knife on the floor and it will dent, no matter how hard it is. To see the difference between some of the species on this chart, you would actually need to use a microscope. So if all wood dents and all wood marks, does the hardness of the hardwood really actually matter? In our opinion, not really. It's wood. And because wood dents and wood scratches, it's a fact of natural products. So durability is what we're walking on, is the finish. The hardness is how much the floor will dent. Any questions? Please don't hesitate to ask. We'd be happy to help. So thank you. Have a great day.